Meanwhile, another California city is on the brink of collapse. The reason? Bloated police pensions.
The city of Desert Hot Springs, its 2013 budget revealing about $7 million of the city's $10.6 million annual payroll goes to the 39-member police force.
Wow.
That's more than 66% of their budget. So are other countries, cities across the country at risk?
Well, the host of Varney and Company, Stuart Varney, is here to explain all of this now. And I was reading that police officers as young as 50 can retire after 30 years and get 90% of their salary every year. How on earth would that possibly work, that formula?
Well, that's a very powerful police force that has pushed for these kind of very strong, lavish pay and pension benefits. They've pushed for them for years and years and years. Now they've got to be paid. And in many cities across the country, it is the police and firefighters' pay and pensions which are really breaking the back of cities' finances. Case in point, Desert Hot Springs, as you've just pointed out. $7 million out of the $10 million budget, that goes to the police force. The average pay package for the 39 police officers in Desert Hot Springs, the average, this is pay and benefits all lumped together, $177,000 per year.
And look at the median house income. That's a rich force.
It's way out of line. The police force is very expensive in this particular city. That's mirrored in other cities across the country. I suggest that what you're going to see is kind of ghost towns, modern ghost towns emerging, because they cannot pay these police pensions. They're insolvent, and they've cut services to the bone. People are moving out. And you've got modern ghost towns. They're developing all across the country, especially in California.
So your objection is that you say police officers should be paid fairly. They're an important part of our society. But the issue becomes the power of unions, the power of labor lobbies in this country and bringing down cities. That's the issue.
It's the union of police unions, firefighter unions, and municipal unions generally, and politicians who get votes by giving the police force, giving the firefighters, giving civil servants what they want, getting re-elected, and postponing the bill that has to be paid way down the road. This is true of countless cities all across the country.
Do you think we're going to see, for instance, with what's going on in Desert Hot Springs, what happened in the state of Michigan, for instance, or in Detroit specifically, where suddenly, because they were bankrupt, they got to go back in and redo the pension deals?
Precisely. Detroit is the template, because Detroit established the principle that you can go into these pension contracts and break them up and bring them down again. Detroit showed you can do that. That's what these other towns and cities have to do. I mean, your heart goes out to the retirees because they bargained in good faith to get what a deal is a deal. These guys are going to suffer, but they're going to suffer big time in the year 2014.
What do you do when the culture there has made the people feel like that's what they're entitled to, right? I mean, are you going to see a lot of people leaving the police force because they're scared they're not going to get their benefits, or they're not going to be joining the police force in these towns?
In a lot of cases, like Miami, we just put that up on the map a moment ago, there's a mass retirement of police officers right before a certain deadline so that they can lock in those lavish pay and pension benefits. That will happen frequently. But looking forward, the police, firefighters and municipal union people generally, they're under extreme pressure, because to pay them what they've negotiated for means cutting services to the bone and, frankly, means bankruptcy.
All right. Got a feeling you're going to be talking about that and so much more over on Varney and Company.
A whole lot more.
9:20 Eastern Time on the other channel, which is actually located on the other side of that wall right there.
Correct. That's my home over there.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
All right.